Welcome to the spoken tutorial on installing Joomla on a local server. In this tutorial, we will learn to obtain Joomla, create database, permissions, and install Joomla. To install Joomla in your system, you should have a system supporting Apache 2.x Plus or IIS 7 Plus, MySQL 5.0.4 Plus, and PHP 5.2.4 Plus. Please note that MySQL 6 and higher versions are currently not supported. You can either install these separately or together using a web server distribution like XAMPP, WAMP, or LAMP. Web server distributions give you Apache, MySQL, and PHP bundled in one. Refer to the PHP and MySQL spoken tutorials for more details on XAMPP installation. For this tutorial, we will be using Ubuntu 14.04, Joomla 2.5.22, Apache, MySQL, and PHP obtained through XAMPP 1.8.2. First of all, let me check if XAMPP is installed on my machine. Let's open the terminal by pressing Ctrl+Alt+T keys. Alternately, click on the terminal icon in the launcher bar. Start XAMPP by typing sudo space /opt/lamp/lamp space start. It will prompt you for your administrative password. Let me enter my administrative password and press enter. Now switch to the browser and type http://localhost. You may require to select language if you're proceeding with it for the first time. So here, let us select English. In the menu on the left of the screen, click on PHP info. Now press Ctrl+F keys and search for document_root. It will be found in the table Apache environment. Value of document_root will be either /opt/lamp/htdocs or /var/www. In my machine, it is /opt/lamp/htdocs. Please note this path. We're going to install Joomla here. First, we will download Joomla. So go to the official website of Joomla, which is www.joomla.org. You will find a download button on this web page. Click on it. You will be directed to another web page. Here you will see a button that says Download Joomla 2.5.22 Full Package, zip. Click on that button. Immediately, a small dialog box will open. Here, click on Save File option and then click on OK. It will download Joomla. At the time of making of this tutorial, latest stable version is 2.5.22. I have already downloaded this file and it's in my Downloads folder. Let's create a new folder by the name Joomla in our document_root. So go to the terminal window. At the prompt type sudo space mkdir space /opt/lamp/htdocs/Joomla. Press enter. If prompted, enter your admin password. You will have to do so whenever prompted as we proceed. We now change directory to downloads. To see the required path, come to the folder window. Move the cursor on Downloads folder in the Home folder and see the tooltip. On my system, it is /home/ravi/downloads. So in the terminal, I'll type the command cd space /home/ravi /downloads and press enter. You will have to type the path shown on your system. Now we'll extract the contents of the zip file of this folder into the Joomla folder. At the command prompt, type the command sudo space unzip space name of the Joomla file space -d space /opt/lamp /htdocs/joomla/. To specify the permissions of the folder Joomla, let's go to document_root. Type cd space /opt/lamp/htdocs and press enter. Let us list the files in this directory. So type ls and press enter. Let's give read, write and execute permissions to the owner and group members of Joomla folder. So type sudo space chmod space 777 space Joomla/. Press enter. Before we go ahead with the installation, we need to create a database for Joomla. We will do this in php-myadmin. php-myadmin is a graphical user interface for MySQL. It comes along with XAMPP installation. Switch to the browser and type http://localhost. On the XAMPP page, in the menu on the left under Tools, click on php-myadmin. We can also create the database and user on MySQL command line. However, php-myadmin is much simpler and user-friendly. Click on Users in the top menu and then click on Add User. Enter our username, say Joomla-1. In the host drop-down list, select Local. Enter a password in the password text box, say Joomla123. You can enter any password of your choice. Enter the same password in the retype text box. Please do not respond to the generate password prompt for now. Under database for user, we can see the option create database with same name and grant all privileges. We will check that option and click on the button Go at the bottom right of this page. This will create a new database with the name Joomla-1 and with a user Joomla-1. Make a note of the username, password and database names. These will be required later to complete the Joomla installation. Please note, database names and username need not be the same. To have different names, you can first create the database and then create a user for that database. Also, as per naming convention, username should not have any spaces in between. We are now ready to install Joomla. We have XAMPP running and our database is ready. And we have extracted Joomla into the folder Joomla in document_root. Go to the browser and type http://localhost/Joomla. Please note that Joomla is a folder into which we extracted. Press enter and you will see the Joomla installation page. By default, we are in the step number 1, that is language. Joomla can be installed in multiple languages. We will select English, United States here. Click on the next button at the top right. We are at the pre-installation check stage. Let's go with the default options. Click on next button at the top right. Now we are on the license page. Please read and click next at the top right. So we come to the database configuration page now. Select MySQL as a database type. Enter localhost as the host name. Now we have to enter the username, password and database names. These are the ones we created earlier in php-myadmin. I'll enter Joomla-1 as a username, Joomla123 as a password and Joomla-1 as a database name. Leave the table prefix as it is. In old database process, select backup. This is to take backup of tables with identical names as in the database when Joomla is upgraded. Click on the next button at the top right. This step may take some time. It is because the server tries to connect to the database and check the configurations. It will give an error if MySQL is not running or if you have given any incorrect details. Next step is the FTP configuration. We don't need to enable FTP because we are installing Joomla on our local server. So click on Next button at the top right. We are now on the main configuration page. Enter the site name that you want your website to have. I'll write it as Digital India. Email ID is a compulsory field. Please enter a valid email ID here. I'll give the ID as priyanka@spoken-tutorial.org. Next, enter the username that you want for the Joomla administrative page. I'll enter the username as admin. Enter a password for the Joomla administrator. I'll enter admin123 as the admin password. Retype the password in the confirmation box. There is a button named Install Sample Data below the admin details. This will install the site with some sample articles, menus, plugins, etc. These help a beginner to understand Joomla. You may press this button if you wish when you are installing Joomla for the first time. I will not do so. Click Next button at the top right. We are on the Finish page, the final step in the installation process. Here it informs about Joomla's security feature. Please read this message. Under the message, there is a Remove Installation Folder button. Click on it to remove the installation folder. If you get an error in this step, you must remove the folder manually. I got an error because I am not logged in as Linux super user and I don't have delete permission. So now let's switch to the terminal. We will delete the installation folder manually from the Joomla folder. This is mandatory. So type cd Joomla and press enter. Then type sudo space rm space -rf space installation. Click enter. After successful removal of the installation folder, switch to the browser. Type localhost/Joomla. You have reached your website. Since I did not install sample data, I do not see menus, articles, etc. right now. Let's go to the administrator page from where we can administer our website. So go to localhost/Joomla/administrator. Press enter. Log in with your administrator login and password. I'll type admin as a username and admin123 as a password. As your website is installed, you have the administrator access. Let us summarize. In this tutorial, we learned to obtain Joomla from Joomla website, create database in phpMyAdmin, and install Joomla on local server. Let's come to the assignment now. Install Joomla with the sample data, uninstall Joomla and then install a fresh Joomla without a sample data. Compare the difference between the two installations. The video at this link summarizes the spoken tutorial project. If you do not have good bandwidth, you can download and watch it. The spoken tutorial project team conducts workshop using spoken tutorials and gives certificates on passing online test. For more details, please write to us. Spoken Tutorial project is supported by NMEICT, MHRD, Government of India. This is Priyanka signing off. Thank you for joining.